is looking for a second date update with a woman named Emily. Hey, Byron. How are you, man?
Good, man. How are you?
Doing good, and congratulations. I believe you are the first Byron to ever make an appearance on the Jeff and Jenn Morning Show in 16, 17 years.
I think I know one maybe one I know one Byron at least, but not a lot.
Well, it's good to have you here.
Yep.
So let's start from the beginning. How did you meet Emily, and how did that first date go?
Yeah, for sure. So I actually met her at a wedding that I was in. It was actually my brother's wedding. I was the best man, and she was a friend of the bride. Okay. And I first saw her. I mean, I was standing at the altar, and I spotted her sitting down in the audience. And I mean, she's really, really, really gorgeous girl. Mm. So I kind of just, played it easy and scoped out, the rest of the day, just looking to see if she had a date. And I didn't notice one. So I looked for a ring on her finger when I got a little closer, and I didn't see one there. So I was like, okay, this is a go situation. So cocktail hour, and I tried to play cool, so I walked over to her and asked her if I could buy her a drink. I mean, it was an open bar, so I was just kind of being a jokester.
So you were feeling really generous that
You were
night.
being a jokester.
You got to go right nice and easy there, see how it works out for you. And
yeah.
I thought it was hilarious, so,
okay.
So I guess it paid out well for me.
Good.
We talked for a little bit, kind of right there, but kind of had a little thing to do, being the best man and stuff, so had to get back to some of that things. Mm-hmm. And next time I noticed her was actually when I gave my speech, and she was cracking up. She really was thinking I was super funny, which was a nice ego boost for me. Mm-hmm. So after that, she approached me and asked if she could buy me a drink.
Nice.
So I was like, okay, she's feeling this. This is going good. And after that, I mean, the rest is kind of history. Well, I mean, kind of a blur, to be honest.
Oh.
We both had a lot to drink, not going to lie.
Yeah.
But I did wake up in a hotel room the next morning, and she was there, and all I know is that we had a really, really great time.
Wow.
And, afterward, we were kind of searching the room for missing articles of clothing and stuff like that, and we were saying goodbye. We hugged.
Just like good night.
I'm telling you, I mean, I don't typically enjoy weddings, but that sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
It really was everything you could want, being a single person going to a wedding. I swear, it's great.
Yeah.
And, so it worked out really well. It was awesome. And then, since then I've tried to call her, I've tried to text her, and there's just no response whatsoever. So I don't know what's going on, but I really kind of bummed about the situation that I haven't heard from her, and hoping you guys can kind of break through here.
Do you remember what the departure was like when you two said goodbye?
Yeah, I mean, it was fantastic. We laughed a little bit. We talked about how kind of wasted we were the night before and how fun the wedding was. And, we hugged, we kissed, and it was everything was great. There was no red flags, nothing.
Okay. And then you tried to text and no response, huh?
No, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Okay.
I know a lot of people that go to weddings that wish they go with the intention that
with the hope
with what you just said happens. They go there ready to go. They got their bag, they got their stuff, and they go fishing.
Right.
So good for y'all. But I hope that maybe that's not only the thing she was doing.
The end of the story.
Yeah.
All right.
I hope that's the case, that, there's going to be something more here.
Yeah. All right, well, let's do this. We'll take a break. When we come back, we're going to call Emily and see what she thought of Byron and that whole situation, and whether or not there's a chance those two can get together and maybe go on an actual date. As we continue with Second Date Update here with Jeff and Jenn at Cincinnati's Q102. All right, Byron met Emily at a wedding. Byron was the best man. She was a friend of the bride's, and there was some eye contact, a couple of cocktails. She ended up spending the night in his hotel room that night.
Good night. Good night.
Yeah, if you're a single person, you're going to a wedding. That's the ultimate scenario. Byron has not heard from Emily since then, and he's kind of bummed out because she seems super cool. She seems to have a great sense of humor. He felt like there was a connection there beyond just the physical, and he would like to see her again, maybe go on an actual date. But she has not responded to any of his texts. So unless there's any important details that I left out here, Byron, we're just going to call Emily and see what she's been up to.
That's great.
Hi, is this Emily?
Yes, it is. May I answer speaking?
Emily, it's Jeff and Jen at Q102. How are you?
Oh, Jeff and Jen. Hi.
How's it going?
Wait, are you calling me for a second date update?
We are calling for a second date update.
Shut up. I'm not dating anybody. What is happening?
Well, that's good. So you're not dating anyone. That means you're available, right?
Yeah.
But you did meet someone recently who is kind of into you.
Okay.
Do you remember Byron?
Oh, my God. I don't know. I've been getting messages from a guy named Byron for a couple of weeks, and I've been guessing that it's a wrong number.
I promise you it's not a wrong number. It's the guy you met at the wedding.
I did meet a guy at a wedding.
Yeah.
His name was Bryson, but that's the only guy I've had contact with in months.
Yeah, she kept calling me Bryson all night long.
This is funny.
I kept saying, my name is Byron. My name is Byron. And she just kept riding the Bryson train.
Oh.
So I just kind
Stop
of went with
it
it.
right now.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Byron
Oh my
is
God.
Bryson. Yeah.
That's
So
hilarious.
ridiculous.
I can understand. You've had a few drinks. You don't meet many Byrons. I even made the point when he called earlier. I'm like, I think that's the first Byron we've ever had on the show.
Yeah.
And I had so when Tim handed me the sheet with the guy's name on it, I even said, I'm like, is that Brian? Even I had to look at it twice.
Yeah. So, were you interested in Bryson?
I was.
Okay.
I am.
You are. Okay, good.
All right. Well, this is him. So
I'm interested in Bryson, but I'm going to have to get to know Byron.
Oh, funny.
well, Emily, I don't know how you'd feel about going on a second date, or rather a first date, a first official date with Byron, but he would sure love to see you again.
I'm a little embarrassed about what happened, but I'm glad to hear from him, and I'm happy to go ahead and go on a second date. Or I guess a first date, really.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah, that's right.
Technically.
Sounds like that was a fun wedding.
It was.
From what we remember, it definitely was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how do you feel about this, Byron, this whole time that she thought you were some other person?
I mean, it's hilarious. I think,
Okay.
the whole
Good.
night I thought it was kind of funny, but, hearing it now, too, and that's the reason why she wasn't getting back to me. It kind of makes sense, but it also makes it a little more funny.
There you
Yeah.
go.
All right. Cool.
You just see her looking at her phone. Who the hell's Byron? Byron.
I don't know, Byron.
I love it. Okay, so listen, we'll set up an actual date. Emily, since Byron reached out to us, we'll set it up with him, but you'll be hearing from him again soon under the name Byron. Just so
God,
you
that's
know.
so funny.
I understand. Thank
All
you.
right. Well, thanks for being a good sport, and thanks for it. Obviously, it sounds like you listen to the show. You're aware of second date updates, so we appreciate you going in and
Yes.
playing along with us.
Thank you for calling.
You're very welcome. And Byron, you hang on.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Okay, you got it.
Thanks for listening to the Q102 Jeff and Jen Morning Show podcast, brought to you by CVG Airport. Fly healthy through CVG. For more information, go to CVG Airport /fly healthy.